Hey everybody, this is Pastor Barry and this is my wife Angie.
Hi.
And we're coming to you with another thought about marriage. And one of the things that we would like to talk to you about today are two very popular myths about marriage. In fact, if you're single, this may be something that you'll take a particular interest in. Okay? And there's two myths. The first one is, and there's many myths obviously, but these are two that we just seem to run into a lot, especially for people that are single. And it's something that I think you need to keep in mind as you continue through your marriage as well. But the first one is this. It's the idea that there is a specific, special someone just for you somewhere out there. Nope, there is not. Here's the thing. The Bible, when it talks about marriage and choosing someone to marry, it doesn't say, hey, you know what, don't worry about it, God's got you, there's a specific someone and he's just going to angle things so that y'all meet and then that's it. The Bible doesn't say that. It says, when looking for someone to marry, make sure that they are this, make sure that they're that, make sure they're not lazy, make sure that they're not a nag, make sure that they're industrious, and make sure that they're all these other things, because he puts it upon you to choose a good mate. And so it really is your decision. I mean, just think about some of the people that exist. Think about Charles Manson. Do you think that there's a special someone for him? Isn't he dead? Anyway, we'll look that up. But there's not a special someone for him, okay? And here's the crazy thing. There's a lot of people that should not be married. And that's going to make some of you really upset. But there are people who should never be in close quarters with another human being. They can have pets, that's fine. I hear hamsters are very low maintenance, but they should not be married, and those people do exist. And so you have to be very, very careful when it comes to choosing a mate. There's not a special someone out there. You look for someone to marry.
And someone you can get along with, someone that matches
Yes.
you in some ways. But let me tell you, there's no one that matches you in all the ways. And I like what Pastor Steve says about this a lot, and that is that, we're both screwed up people. So when we enter into a relationship, that's going to lend itself to some very difficult times. So there's not this special someone that's going to fill all the voids and make all the weaknesses strengths, and all the strengths, will be evened out. It just doesn't exist.
Exactly. And something Angie has said multiple times when we talk about this to other people is that it takes a very good someone to be better than being single.
Yeah, I tell my girls all the time, it takes a very good man to be better than no man at all. Mm-hmm. Because attaching yourself to someone who is not going to be there in the way that you need them to be, is not going to be a partner in life, that'll pull you down, way, way down. And so it takes a good man to be better than none. I would venture, Barry would say, it would take a good woman to be better than no woman at all. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And the Bible says it as well. So that's myth number one. There is not a special someone out there somewhere just for you floating about. That is just
somewhere.
Stop. So, myth number two. Let's move forward quickly. And that is
All you need is love.
all you need is love.
All you need is
Oh my.
love. Go ahead.
Somebody help me. What were we talking about? All you need is love. That's myth number two. It takes more than just love to keep a marriage going. In fact, what is really going to keep a marriage going is a commitment to love the other person. And commitment in all of its aspects, okay?
Yes.
There are a lot of people that we run into who are single, and I think that they are in love with the idea of being in love. They're in love with the idea of marriage, and they don't really think about the commitment aspect of it. One of the things that when somebody is going through their vows, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, one time there was a pastor who summed that all up very nicely in the vows of the marriage ceremony, and he said, I vow not to divorce you. that's what the vow is. When you take it and you just condense it down to its smallest aspect, that's what you're saying. I promise not to divorce you till death do us part.
And I think the commitment, yes, we need a commitment to not divorce, obviously, but there needs to be a commitment to learn to love that other person in sickness and in health. And so the loving the person inside difficult times, that's where the commitment comes in. You know, adjusting your expectations and loving that other person where they are, that's really the commitment part. And it doesn't feel lovey-dovey. Marriage isn't full of lovey-dovey feelings.
We don't wake up every morning with rainbows shooting in every direction.
No.
You know, it's nope. It's just so you're not always, because feelings come and go, and that's why a commitment is necessary.
Right.
Which brings us back to myth number 1, because before you commit to that person, you need to make sure that they are worth someone committing to.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to make sure that you're looking, when you're making that choice, that you are making a good choice.
It's a scary choice. I mean, you're partnering with someone for life, and that is a scary choice. And for a lot of women who, you know, I won't get into submission too much here, but you both need to have the ability to think really clearly on the fact that is this person safe to partner with? Are they safe to submit to? Is this going to provide more security and stability, or is it going to provide instability and chaos?
Yeah, that's a very good word. So, just a couple things to consider, and like I said, there's many more myths that we could address, but we wanted to hit those two, and I think that's it. So, all right. Folks, thank you so much. Please like, please subscribe, please hit all the buttons, and have a great week.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye.
Bye.